Maybe I'll get shirts made that say hi.
Yeah. That'd be the tagline, and then we don't know anything on the back.
Yeah.
Could be cool.
Would you buy one, audience?
Comment below.
Comment below.
Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you for joining us on 27.
28.
28.
Last episode was 27.
So what we decided, you guys, on Spotify,
What's she
they
gonna say?
let you have seasons, like a show. And so we're going to get up to 30. See this episode and 2 more. And then we're going to take a little break to just like plan for the next season.
Yeah, we're going to split it up into seasons. Very common thing to do. Lets us recharge the batteries. Also builds up hype. It gets all you excited.
Yeah. We'll have people begging us to
it's a
come back.
win-win. And then, all the while we'll keep putting out content to highlight past videos. We'll let all of our stragglers catch up. It's great.
Yeah.
How many times have you started a show and it's already on season 4 and you say, ugh, and they keep going? It's like you want a chance to catch up.
Yeah.
So
Totally.
you're welcome in advance.
Yeah. So that's going to happen soon. Not yet. So stay with us. And last week we talked about house music.
Yes.
You had a few corrections.
I actually only had one. I thought I had more. I mentioned, we're talking about John Digweed and Sasha, who were 2 of the pioneers of progressive house music. And I was like, oh, John Digweed's out of Chicago. Wrong. He's out of England.
The last name like Digweed, you got to be.
Yeah. So John Digweed. And of course, I didn't have the foresight to see like what city he's from, but I know he's just like an English DJ producer. So shout out Digweed.
Shout out. I also didn't give props to where props were needed. Some of the information was from my cousin Jamie, shout out Jamie, whose husband Joseph was like a part of the whole scene way back then. And then, afterwards like created his own music and
still is
record label. And so they were the people that got me into the deeper side of house music.
They're big house heads.
Yeah. Like I was always into house, but the old school stuff was definitely from them.
Yeah. Thank you, Jamie, for the insight and the facts.
Shout out Jamie. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So
This week,
episode 28. What's the title of this episode?
What happens if the internet ceases to exist? We didn't talk about it.
We didn't talk about the
before.
actual name of the title,
You
but
can
yes. This is a more conceptual episode. This is like a what if.
This is a what if in a very cool way, kind of like when we were talking about social media. Check out the episode.
So
You're gonna just keep saying.
I'm
what
trying to say
saying.
everything she's saying.
We just laughed the same, so that was fun.
We laughed the same style.
Yeah, we did the same.
Cute.
Okay. Anyways, when we talked about social media, we talked about the positives and negatives, and like,
Sure.
obviously there are many negatives to social media. There are many positives. Well, now we're going to talk about like internet as a whole and what would happen if this didn't even exist, because there would be no way to get it to you unless we like put it in the theaters.
Right.
Or did like a filming or like a showing at our house for friends.
Yeah. Like an in-person showing wow, it's crazy. Well, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
And also, side note, before we dive into this amazing episode, did we ever mention like that we don't have like items here anymore?
No. Talk about it.
You might have noticed that like the first 20 episodes, we always had like different items. Well, we got to the point where like we don't have that many like tchotchkes. So we started being like, what the hell do we put here? So we kind of just stopped.
I honestly feel like season 2 we're going to have a revamp.
Yeah, there might be some design revamping.
Yeah.
I mean, for now, the focal point is obviously our gorgeous mugs, but our vessels.
But the vessels, even, we used to have them new. We talked about this already, but we used to have them new every time. Ran out of vessels. I get yelled at when I buy new vessels, so we're not vesseling.
No more space, no more vessels.
We're reusing vessels.
Yeah.
But we honestly have the most vibey vessels. When we had them all out,
We have vibey vessels.
we had some people over for my birthday. I had a gala themed dinner and everybody dressed up, and we had all different vessels for the mocktail-y
Stop saying
drinks that we had,
vessels.
and everyone could pick their own vessel. And it was like, I was like so proud to be like, oh, which one do you want out of all of these beautiful ones? And they all look great together.
We've really pumped it up. It's like bohemian vibes.
Yeah.
I love the it's funny. I've never like was really into this style, but I feel like you and just like your taste changes. I love like the colored glass. We have like yellow glass. We have green glass.
Mm-hmm.
Look it up. Is this episode just about vessels?
Maybe we'll have an episode about vessels.
About cups, like
we'll
the
just
history.
Have all of the cups that we own.
The history
on the
of
table.
cups. That'd be cute.
Maybe. I don't know if
maybe
would
not.
care.
All right.
So back to it.
The history of cups.
We are talking about what would happen if the internet ceased to exist.
I feel like it could be a tighter title on the YouTube.
The internet's going away.
What now? Whatever. So let's talk.
You'll see it by the time you're listening, so we'll come up with something. So everything pretty much in our lives would be affected. We have a few bullet points on things that are the biggest, and then thank you AI for helping me with that one. And then, just like diving deeper into conversation about what that would feel like and look like.
Yeah, she did a fun format where it's kind of like she said, it's like kind of we're breaking it down by section because I feel like it's an overwhelming thing to think about as a whole. So let's compartmentalize it, let's segment it, and let's dive in.
Yeah.
Gosh.
So communication. That's the biggest one that you would probably think of if you're in our generation. Because obviously, like if you think about it, our parents' generation and before didn't have internet for a very long time.
Yeah.
So like I almost feel like if internet ceased to exist, they would kind of be like, well, back to what we were doing.
They'd be like, cool.
Obviously, it would affect a lot of them, especially in their jobs if they're still working. But if they're retired, it's like what they just don't like see nonsense on Facebook. Like it would be better, honestly.
A lot of people would be completely chill. Like my grandma, or both my grandmas, they'd be chill.
My mom would be better off, I think.
Really? I feel like she likes Facebook.
Right.
Yeah.
She'd be better
Facebook
off.
would be tough for the older generation. I feel like that's the hot spot for.
Well, it'd be like the thing where like you find out who dies on Facebook, but like you would just find out you'd have to like check the newspaper
check
with
the
obituaries again.
Yeah.
The obits.
Check the obits. Yeah, like on the plus side, if communication online failed, it would put so much more power in like newspapers and magazines. I remember when I used to back in high school, I'm dating myself, I would subscribe to magazines.
Yeah.
And it was sick.
I would sell subscriptions to magazines. Yeah.
Seriously. And now it's like, maybe I'll read a magazine here and there, but I'm not a big magazine guy.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
I'd say like the positive is that celebrities can like quickly come out with their truth of what actually is happening. Because obviously the tabloids are just like terrible and make up their own stories. But that's how we growing up used to find out about what was going on in Hollywood and stuff. Was literally this celeb was found with this celeb, or like this celeb
like
is
People
using
magazine.
using this like skincare routine or whatever. Like it was all on these magazines. It wasn't just like opening up your screen and like Justin Bieber posted about his new album. You'd have to like be told about it.
Oh yeah. We'd have to keep an eye on from the music standpoint. Well, we're going to get into that. Yeah. You'd have to follow magazines or I guess MTV, like television outlets.
Yeah. True. Commercials.
Radio, like check out the new single from blah 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 from like Matchbox 20 or whatever.
Yeah, literally.
All right.
So email would have to change to snail mail. So like writing letters, sending documents, like the USPS
or fax. Fax is phone line.
Oh yeah, fax is phone line.
Fax was like the precursor to email.
Yeah. So you would fax things, which would get there really quick. It would basically just like take a picture of it and then send the picture and print it out for somebody else to get.
Which is pretty cool.
It's very cool. Oh, well, I guess also if we still had cell phones.
Yeah,
so
cell service was still,
send like...
You could text.
Yeah, you could text.
Yeah, like you can't do iMessage, but you could text because internet and cellular signals are different.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know people might be like, but you can get the internet through a cell signal. We're not talking about that today.
We're not talking about that. It's gone, baby.
It's gone. Yeah.
It ceases to exist. Maybe it never existed. I don't know what type of dystopia we live in right now.
Well, it did exist because that's what we're talking about.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so it did exist. Yeah, because it all went to shit.
So emails, fax, great one, babe.
Bye.
And snail mail.
I wish we could still fax. Sometimes it's like, it would be sick if like you hear the beeping, the beep booping, and then all of a sudden like your homie faxes like their butt, like
Or I like forgot my like class plan and you fax me a picture of it at work.
Shoot a fax.
Yes, nice. Yeah.
And then I fax you my butt on the next one.
Yeah.
Okay, next.
Then messaging. So like you think, Facebook message, DM, all of that, comments. That would end up being like face-to-face conversations.
The olden days. And I feel like on the like there's tons of negative, but on the positive note, it would like, I feel like it would deter a lot of these like talks because people will hide behind keyboards. Mm-hmm. People will talk trash. They'll say shit they never would say in person. And it would deter all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it would force everyone to like work on themselves and like show up in the world and as a person that they are proud of. Cause like, yeah, you can just be a shithead online.
You'll be a shithead.
Nobody would ever know.
Or like, I mean, we keep getting ahead of ourselves, but I guess it's communication. Like in gaming, when people like are calling each other names and it's like, yeah, try saying that if you're right next to someone playing, GoldenEye or whatever.
Yeah, totally.
Cool.
And then social media would obviously cease to exist. So all of these people making hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars on social like influencers would be out of a job.
It would shatter people's lives.
I mean, if you think about like the videos and like the promotions that these people do, like it would literally have to be grassroots. It would have to be like telling your friends word of mouth, like what you are into and then having them go and buy it. But it wouldn't be like, buy my products that I just made.
Word of mouth.
Millions of followers.
Leaflets, billboards.
Yeah. And nobody would care as much. Because it's just like now you care because you're so mindlessly like, tell me something new, that you care about like Hailey Bieber's skincare products. But it's like, I mean, granted, like she's huge. But even her, like, would we care that much about models in the way that we do now? Like models back in the day, like Tyra Banks had a show, so she was huge.
Right.
There were a few, like maybe 5 to 10 that were really like well known, and then all the rest were just like you see them on billboards. You don't ask who their names are because it doesn't matter.
It's an interesting point. So that's a double-edged thing, though, because the social media, on the positive note, has given more spotlight to maybe some people, whether it's models or whoever, that might deserve it and work hard for it. But like. When you were, to your point, when you were saying we probably wouldn't care as much because it's not as accessible, it's probably true.
There's this quote by, I think it's Andy Warhol, and it's something along the lines of, in the future, everyone will have 15 minutes of fame. And it's so true because like literally with social media, anyone can have like 1 million views on a video and like everyone knows who they are from that one video, and then like you move on and
they're gone.
Think about that CEO who's cheating with his HR woman at the Coldplay concert. You should look that up, you guys. But it's like nobody knew who he was, nobody knew who she was, and now it's like all over the place, and it's like the biggest thing everyone's talking about for now until something else crazy happens.
Yeah, but the damage is done. I just saw that he resigned. He stepped away from his company.
It was his company?
He was the CEO of like a tech company.
Yeah.
Oops. Moral of the story is don't have affairs, don't cheat. But also if you're gonna, I'm not condoning it, why the hell are you going to Coldplay, bro? I guess the odds.
Why wouldn't you go to Coldplay? What? Cheaters still like Coldplay. Everyone likes Coldplay.
The moral of the story is everyone likes Coldplay.
I think that's the bigger thing to say here. Bigger takeaway.
Cool. I feel like I had another point, but whatever. We have tons of shit to cover. Next,
gaming.
We did say, yeah. So online gaming, which obviously it's a recreational thing, but that, I mean, the occupations with gaming. I mean, there's gaming streamers that are like millionaires.
Oh, true.
I mean, online gaming, I remember when it when I first did it was like with Halo and Halo 2, it like revolutionized gaming. And without that online connection, you'd be back to basics, baby.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm an old head. I refuse, like, mad props. I got homies that are so sick at like Call of Duty and hell divers and blah, blah, blah. I don't really want to like commit to that. So in a world where it's just like back to freaking Mario 64, you know me, or like Donkey Kong, count me in. You know me.
Is old head a real saying?
Old head, yeah, that's more like I think that's more in reference to like rap, like people who listen to old rap.
You're an old head.
Old school.
Interesting.
I'm a proud gaming old head.
Yeah, you are an old head.
I love Nintendo 64 is the best console of all time. Still, thoughts?
Comment.
Well, you never had it. You had a PS2.
I had a PS2 for my cousin.
And you had...
We played Spyro.
Rock Band.
Good old Guitar Hero first, and then Rock Band out of the band.
That's how it goes. Of course.
Mm-hmm. We had Mary Kate and Ashley, like, adventure or whatever.
Like shopping or something?
No, you'd like one of them was like you were snowboarding, and then one you like would walk around and like go into different adventures pretty much.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Cute.
I liked it. I can still like hear her like running clip clap. Yeah, I mean, communication in general, like obviously like you wouldn't connect with half as many people, but would the connections be more deep with the people that you do connect with? That is the question.
And I think the answer is yes.
The answer is yes. Okay, next, finance and banks. So financial markets and banking systems would be paralyzed, leading to a financial market decline. Obviously, like everything is online when it comes to banking. And even like the stock market and stuff, like all of that is online.
Yeah. I mean, everything.
Granted, the stock market wasn't fully online at a certain point, so it could still keep running. But so many of the companies are online. Like Google is one of the biggest stocks.
Yeah, I don't even know what did you say? Your banking systems would be paralyzed, leading to financial. Yeah, I don't even like because you're right. You know, it's like you think about the stock market in like the 80s and stuff, the preceding the internet. How did they do that?
Phone calls.
It was just their phone calls,
constant
baby.
Phones ringing, and that's how they would like change out their stocks and whatever.
Like in Wolf of Wall Street, when everyone's just on the phone and stuff. Mm-hmm. It would be back to the olden days of just like landlines. Hello. Mm-hmm. I want bring landlines back. I want to have with the long cord that can go like through the whole first floor.
It wraps around.
You get wrapped up.
And a global internet outage for just one day is estimated to cost the world economy $43 billion. That's a lot of moolah.
Can you say yikes?
Yikes.
I can.
Zoinks.
Zoinks, for sure.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, so naturally, finances would get blasted. I mean, and also, excuse me, think about, I mean, I can't even think of anyone I know that doesn't get their paychecks through direct deposit.
Yeah.
So that's like, I mean, that would be probably easier to no, because how would they do that? They would physically have to go to the bank and then they mail the check. It would just be check based. But it's all online these days. It would be check based. Yeah, I don't even...
No, it would have to be cash because...
No, checks were a thing before internet, for sure.
I know, but then how do they transfer the funds from their account to yours without the internet?
All in person. Yeah. Well, credit cards... Was that internet based? When did
internet based? Yeah, because it would have to dial up.
Yeah, but think about like...
Oh no, because they would do that.
Yeah, because I'm thinking of Home Alone when he was at when he's
so
lost
they just
in New
take
York.
a picture of your credit card and then they have to maybe call the bank to get the funds transferred.
How the hell did credit cards? Yeah, when they did the. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Okay,
we'll know.
Full disclosure: I don't know much about like pre-internet finances. How the hell did credit cards work? Comment below.
Mm-hmm. Let us know.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy to think about.
Okay.
And it would be like, I know that technically speaking, all of our money is supposed to be backed up through the banks, but I'm positive it's not. I'm sure that they don't have all of the money from all of the accounts in cash.
Right.
And that's why when like huge detrimental things happen, they're like, sorry, you're shit out of luck. Like, we don't have it.
Yeah.
Similar to like, what's it called? Insurance companies where like big natural disasters happen and they're like, well, we don't have enough money to give everyone. It's
Right,
like, what do you
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
That was the whole point of all of this.
Right. It's like on paper they will, but when it actually comes time to fork it up, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Wow. So we're getting deep, y'all. Let's move on to shopping.
Okay. What would happen if online shopping ceased to exist?
That's like 85% of my shopping, maybe even more. Sometimes we'll hit Marshall's. Obviously, we need to go in person for like groceries, pet food, but like
Target,
but like even essentials, like will order like even dish detergent sometimes, or like batteries. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so ingrained in society. It's freaking crazy. I was telling Elyse, we'd have to go back to catalogs, baby. And I don't hate that.
You seem like a catalog boy.
Yeah, you type in you put the number in an envelope.
Yeah, so kids watching, how it used to work, you would literally get catalogs, which are like big magazines of things that they sell at the online or in the space store, and then you would put in the number of the item and send back.
You send the money.
You send the money and you send the like what you want, and then they would like process your order and send it back to you.
Mm-hmm. You could also order online. Like QVC was like revolutionized, where you would like they would do demos. This is all to all the young kids, if we have any. They do the demos, and you call in and like give the product number.
Yeah,
and that you could order with a credit card. I think that was the whole thing. They capitalize it. So I think credit cards, it's like it works because there's like internationally recognized credit card companies, so it's like they're linked to the banks via the number, so you don't necessarily need the internet. Question mark? I feel like an idiot that I don't know.
We'll look up the credit card thing for next time.
QVC, y'all.
Also, supply chains which rely heavily on online systems for logistics would experience delays and shortages.
Wow. You sound like me from last episode.
Of essential goods.
Shortages.
So that would suck.
Yeah. I just think
about exports would slow way down.
They slow down. Yeah, so. Oh, but I was saying on the positive, we'd be going to malls a lot more, which I love.
Yeah.
It's really sad. It's really sad that mall, I did a song called The Mall. Check it out. I'll put the picture right here. And when we were shooting the music video, there was like no one at West Shore, right? At West Shore Mall. And people were asking like, did you rent out the mall? Because it's like a ghost town, because everyone does online shopping.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back to the mall.
Emergency services, healthcare, and utilities would face difficulties functioning efficiently due to their reliance on internet connectivity. So you think about again, cell phones would still exist, so they could still call from like the ambulance to the hospital. But even something as simple as like checking, and of course there are systems too, but like right now it's all online with like people's documentation. You show up at the emergency room and they just pull up your name and here's all of your medical information.
Oh, yeah, it's all online. It's all,
everything is online, and it would instead be like finding the folder or calling the hospital that you were at or your doctor to get those faxed over or sent over.
Yeah, literally like a hard copy. The fax companies, let's just say they'd be back in business in a big way.
Oh yeah. Big way.
Big way. I feel like your dad probably still has fax capabilities.
Probably. I don't think so actually anymore. He did though when he had an office, yeah.
Gotta have a faxer. Come on.
So security systems that are all internet based, if the internet went away, obviously we wouldn't be able to check like our phones to see who's outside. A lot of security systems would probably just crash because they're all based online for the most part.
And like there's like internet based. Well, I guess that could be like a location based firewall. But point I'm making is even companies that have like records on their like hardware at the place, it's usually protected by like remote security services online. So all those firewalls are going down.
Literally.
I don't know. Does that even matter though? Because don't hackers need internet to get into things? Oh, so maybe.
Well, we're getting to that too.
Oh, never mind. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Security systems. Oh no. So then the military we were talking about together.
Same kind of thing. There's
Same thing. Like they have a huge reliance on open source intelligence. So tracking adversaries, monitoring global events, and understanding potential threats would be very difficult, or at least it would take a lot longer.
They'd have to send messenger pigeons again.
Literally. They'd have to like meet up for coffee with their informants and then like find out information that way.
At
and
like
if
the
they
diner, like back to back. Like
yeah. Or like make calls to like Egypt or something.
Yeah.
And long distance calls, so expensive.
So expensive. There'd be so many pricey calls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez.
Then they would have challenges in sharing info, as we just said, and disruption in communication and coordination.
Wow.
However, a positive would be cyber warfare and defense would be very much reduced because obviously there wouldn't be anything to steal.
Yeah. So hackers, look out. You'll be out of a job if the internet goes down.
Like
you little bad boys.
People would
girls.
physically have to go into like the filing cabinet and steal it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's like in Zoolander, like it's in the computer. Very cool, very scary.
Yeah.
Next.
Music distribution. Talk about it, Slex.
Well, music distribution, I feel like it would go back to the OG days where record companies were backing artists and putting out physical copies of like CDs. CDs would come back, which would be like fine, I guess, but now no cars have CD players. It's literally we would have to be retroactively fitting things with like CD and like cassette capable hardware, which would be crazy. Vinyls, I feel sales would boom, but the sad part is online distribution revolutionized how independent artists can put music out. Like I put music out through DistroKid and I could just do it on my own. I don't need a label, and all that would be kaput. And freaking SoundCloud. So it would be like back to the, early 2000s and before, the music industry.
Hypothetically, could you, I guess that, yeah, with a USB, you could share your MP3 files of songs.
That's a good point. Yeah.
And then so maybe cars could just get a USB.
Oh yeah, duh.
And you could put in the USB.
Great point, babe. Yeah, you could definitely I'm an idiot. You could definitely still do like sharing. iPods and shit and sharing, but you couldn't do online streaming. You couldn't do Spotify. So it would literally be back to like iPods and like MP3 players. I totally forgot about that. And you can still make music electronically because you don't need internet for like Ableton or anything. So electronic music will stay the same, thankfully. But yeah, just like it's like the sharing and the streaming is what would be smashed.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Okay. Knowledge would be very different if the internet ceased to exist. We'd have to look things up in books, which I think would, because you take the time to do it, you would internalize it and memorize it a lot better. Right now we have so much resource so quickly to anything that we ever have a question for. We have so many questions. We just look it up, get the answer, and then forget about it, move on.
Right.
So I think we would that would help a lot.
Should be a positive, right?
Yeah. The spreading of drama and rumors would be less, as we talked about with celebrities, but also just like in life, it wouldn't be like this high school kid did this or this person did this, because literally it would just, if you were there, you saw it. Otherwise it's word of mouth.
Call back to the Coldplay CEO.
Yeah.
If there was no internet, maybe someone he knows would see it,
Mm-hmm. Well, and it was so fast on the screen that people might be like, oh, that looks like what's his name, but it's not. Right. It wouldn't be like replayed over and over again.
Oh, that's a great point. Yeah, that would be overall beneficial, because I feel like there's just, when like negative things go viral. I mean, it's super prevalent right now with like celebrities getting canceled for we don't need to get into who, because whatever, we could be talking for days, but there's controversial accusations, and then all of a sudden someone's life is ruined. You know my thoughts on that. Mm-hmm. Where it's like, if the internet went out, then it would be like a lot harder to accuse someone of something baselessly. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
But at the same time, like the Me Too movement and stuff, like then people would feel more, if you could be anonymous with like, oh, the big CEO at
right,
like,
okay.
You know.
Yeah, on the flip side, it would be back to like the Wild West with Harvey Weinstein. Like the internet helped
keep predators at bay.
Yeah, helped put spotlight on. Yeah, I'm not saying that I'm not for it, but yeah, I think there's it's like two sides of it.
On the flip of that, though, then it also opened up a doorway for predators because it's so easy to like connect with children and stuff. So you
go
can go
either
back
way.
And forth like with everything
all day.
And then schools obviously like rely heavily on internet for learning modules, for online studies, for submissions to college, for literally like everything is online for schools. So it would have to go, especially at this point, like kids are now doing their homework on iPads and tests on computers versus, we just pen and paper.
And you said like submissions to colleges.
Yeah.
But also on the flip side, on the positive, I was just talking at that networking event. I was talking about how, AI is like really screwing up students' trajectories because students are just using AI to write papers and, to pretty much stumble their way through school. So
someone was just telling me the other day that schools are now starting to tell kids to use AI, but like take the concepts and make them their own because they know that like AI is going to be so big moving forward that's
probably the move.
I guess that's still, I think it is dumb also. That's what I heard the other day.
It's like if you can't beat them, join them. And like if there's nothing you can do about it, I can sympathize with the schools being like, all right, well, how are we going to approach this? I was talking to these dudes. I don't think I told you about this. There apparently was like a report of a student that graduated valedictorian in their high school and didn't know how to read or write.
No.
Yes. Like this is what these dudes told me. And apparently the kid, I don't know the gender. The kid was doing like voice to text and then text to voice. You know what I mean? Like if they need to read something, tell Siri to do text to voice, and then vice versa if they need to write something. And it's like it's sad on one end. It's sad like, wow, that's screwed up that the kid didn't just like learn to read or write. But on the other end, it's like pretty inventive. Like that's pretty impressive.
When you're like learning to read and write, it's still through a pen and paper because it's like tracing the A and tracing the B. So and that's when you're like 3. So I wonder
just horrible education system. I mean, if a person like that is valedictorian, it's probably a horrible school district.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. Maybe that's comment below. Is that an urban legend?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what those dudes told me, those finance guys.
Yeah.
So.
Damn. Travel would obviously be very affected. We would have like airplanes.
Have to get the ticket in person.
You would. No, you could call. You would probably call and buy a ticket. But then you'd have to, physically get the ticket printed at the airport.
Travel agents would be back, baby.
You wouldn't be able to track your bags anymore. You would just have to hope that they get there.
Pray.
Yeah, they would have to, I'm sure like the comm situation in the air would be very affected by, where the airplanes are in space. I mean, obviously they were doing that beforehand, but
it was all radio based.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, your dad even is always monitoring routes and stuff, and all that would be
weather.
Weather.
You wouldn't be able to just get super easy.
Well, I know a lot of
that's
the
satellite.
OG, that's like radar and infrared based. Okay. So I think you can still do that because there's satellites that use like heat and whatever infrared analysis. It would be way less sophisticated though, for sure.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And honestly, I don't care that much, but travel agents were kind of a vibe. Me and my friend Blake, we booked our senior trip in 2008, 2007. with a travel agent. And that's the only have you ever worked with a travel agent?
My mom used to book our trips with travel agent.
It's kind of crazy how it's like not a thing.
You feel like rich.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I remember, this is a little anecdote. So again, you know, it's like I'm 18, 17 and don't really have many, like, I'm not really working with any professionals that much at this time in my life. So my voicemail, and I was always just like doing jokes, just being an idiot. My voicemail for a short period of time in high school was the whole chorus of Breakaway by Kelly Clarkson, me singing it. I'll spread my wings and I'll learn how to fly. I'll do what it takes till I touch the sky. The whole thing. And then at the end, you can leave a message. And I remember I got a voicemail from the travel agent and she was like, wow. She's like, I think this is Chris. That was quite a voicemail. You know, whatever. And she's giving me the info. But I remember after that, I changed it. I was like, if I'm going to be going,
You're an adult now. You're booking trips.
It was good while it lasted.
Mine was like, hello.
Oh, you did that? You did that?
Yeah. Just kidding.
You stinker.
I got everybody. And everyone would go, you got me.
I bet some people hated it.
I'm
and got
sure.
so
especially
annoyed.
when they would, like my mom who would call me and get it all the time. It was
right.
Ugh. Okay, then we have electronic cars, which like Teslas would obviously be just like done for because
Bye-bye,
it runs
Tesla.
through internet and I mean, I guess satellites too, but
Yeah,
they get like boots and updates and reboots and updates and stuff.
I think it wouldn't work. Yeah, because I think they do need internet quite a bit. They need Starlink.
Well, Starlink is...
That's satellite-based internet, though.
Yeah.
It's like you can get it anywhere, but it's like mad expensive.
Yeah.
So yeah, wait, where are we at? Travel.
Electronic cars would be kaput. Trains, boats, like everything would obviously, they used to work, so they could still work, but they'd have to, like either be switched to be more advanced in certain ways without the technology or like less advanced and go backwards.
Back to steam engines, baby.
Yeah.
Wait, are trains steam?
Toot.
No.
Coal.
No, they're not coal. Are trains coal?
They used to be.
Oh, I know. And they used to be steam too.
No.
And now they're like, I think it's just a combustible engine. Like it's a car engine, but just massive.
Yeah.
Right?
Comment below.
I can truly say I don't know shit about trains. I don't know
we're
anything
gonna learn about trains and we're going to learn about credit cards.
Yes. Mm-hmm. We could do a whole episode on trains.
And credit cards.
That's the name of the episode.
Boats, same deal. That's it. So, I have a question for you, Slex.
Oh.
What population of the world doesn't have internet?
Is it a percentage or an exact number?
Both.
It's a rough number.
You can do either.
I'm gonna go with percentage because I feel like I gotta
do like a fractional situation.
Oh, like okay. I'd say 7/30ths of the Earth.
Come on.
You said fractional.
Do real.
Fraction.
I don't know what that means. Like, just do like a
normal one. 1/5 of the world.
1/3.
Oh.
It's
7/30.
2.6 billion people are out of internet.
Or never had it or don't have access or whatever.
How crazy
1/3.
Mm-hmm. And so this brings us to our next segment. Positives if the internet ceased. What are the positives if the internet stopped working tomorrow? I will tell you.
Did you like kind of look it up or are you just brainstorming?
Deeper personal connections.
Of course.
People would start playing board games again, share meals, engaging in conversations without the distractions of digital devices, which would be so nice. Eye contact.
Yeah.
No, like, oh, sorry. Oh, never mind. Oh, sorry. Oh, I have to get this. I'll be right back. It would just be like, here I am.
Or just like, whatever happened to just bearing the awkwardness instead of like we've all done it where we're just like, oh, there's nothing to do, so here I go on my phone. I'm not saying I'm above it. But remember the days where it's just like if you're at a place, you don't know anyone, but you don't got shit else to do, you stand there, baby.
Or like on trains and subways,
Yeah.
you can't just like distract yourself. You'd be like, well, maybe you're listening to your iPod.
You're listening to your iPod or your Zune. Remember the
Zune.
Zunes?
Oh yeah. Improved mental and physical well-being. You would have a break from constant information, which is obviously give me more.
Yeah.
Feelings of inadequacy would be less because you're not comparing yourself to everyone you see online constantly.
That's 100% for sure.
You might spend more time outside, hopefully, and you'd have reduced exposure to blue light and screens, so you'd get better sleep.
We're reduced anyway. We wear blue blockers, baby.
We're reduced anyway. Yeah.
That's cool, though.
A rediscovery of traditional activities and hobbies like physical books, listening to vinyls, gardening, cooking, crafting. Like people would just be a bit more in their bubble until they go outside, and then they would be like so much more involved and like awake and aware of life.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be so nice.
Make a dream catcher? Hell. Play a guitar?
Like driving, you wouldn't be like planning things. You would just be like looking at what's going on outside.
There'd probably be less accidents. Way less.
Because you're aware. Yeah, totally. That's
less
a good point.
texting, or like traffic accidents because of texting.
Enhanced focus and productivity. Local businesses might see an increase in foot traffic because it would be like that's how you shop. You go into local businesses, so you like promote. And bullying, online bullying would be way less. So you'd have to go back to just like pushing kids into lockers.
Good old, whatever happened to good old fashioned
I'm saying,
bullying where you just rough up someone you don't like?
Yeah.
Where you
With
just
a stake on the eye when you get punched.
a cold steak on the eye. Where you just let out the suppressed abuse that you had at home on some unsuspecting child at school. Whatever happened to it?
What happened to it? Gotta miss it.
Just kidding. I'm not promoting bullying. This is a joke show, y'all.
It's a joke show. Okay. Now it's time for...
You folded that so stressfully for me.
Now it's time for our favorite game.
How well do you know your partner? Or as we like to call it, HWDYKYP. Yes.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
The intro is a little off, but we almost had it there.
Almost had it.
I thought we say, now it's time for a game. Our favorite game.
Yeah, I always forget that part. Okay, so...
Because it's so stupid.
You ready?
Yeah. Wait. Okay, we covered it. I feel like I had more to talk about.
Okay,
all right, let's get into this game. No.
Let's
get into this game. I'm excited.
Okay.
All right. So the first question, can I say it?
Yeah.
What would yours truly miss most if the internet went out? What would I miss most?
Porn. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I love it.
Okay.
That's up there, though. JK. I literally had something in mind and I can't. Oh, yeah, I know.
Even if I'm not right, I'm right. He'll change his answer. Ready?
Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Streaming.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unlimited movies.
Yeah.
Streaming movies and music.
Music.
I was going to put music too.
Yeah, I mean, both of those. I think that's a clear winner. And I just you too, though. Like, the fact that you can have... Sometimes it's overwhelming, but I wouldn't have anything else. Like, the fact that you can be like, oh, I haven't heard that song in a while. And in 1 second, you can bring it up. I was just listening to Come On Over by Christina Aguilera yesterday because I was like, ooh, that's like a jam. You know?
I would have the most anxiety having to have every physical CD and like vinyl and DVD in our house. I would
stink.
Lose my mind. I couldn't do it.
Well, to your point, there would be MP3s and like there would be like early days in Napster and stuff and Kazaa and all that. There would be like some file sharing.
Yeah.
Some like just because of physical
Yeah,
transfers.
but you can't do that.
Oh yeah. Well, no. If MP3s exist, okay, yeah, I take it back. Not Napster, but like if we are converting, if we're ripping CDs into MP3s and then sharing, there might be some physical sharing with friends, because computers exist. Yeah. But yes, most of the time. But I have a ton of CDs. I was a big CD guy. But it's like all rap.
Shocking at all.
Yeah. I still have like 200 rap CDs.
just hiding away from me.
Yeah.
So I can't donate them.
All right, what's next?
What would I spend all my time that I'd spend on the internet doing if I wasn't on the internet?
What would Elyse do with her free time without internet? I think I nailed this one. You're kind of writing a lot, so actually maybe I didn't.
3, 2, 1. Be outside.
Reading. Oh.
I'd read a lot.
Reading outside.
I'd read outside.
She's already a bookworm, real talk. So I think this would just give her all the more time to read like every book in the world.
Yeah, I would definitely want to be outside more. Not to say that like the internet holds me inside, but I like to think that I'd be outside more.
She's an outside mama. I could see her just like curled up with a book in her hammock.
Mm-hmm.
The new hammock I got her for her birthday.
Is that why you brought it up?
Yeah. Guess what? Got it online.
Yep.
So what? Well, I didn't have internet. What do I go in person to the hammock shop?
Catalog.
The hammock catalog. LL Bean.
LL Bean. Yeah, with my initials on it.
Yeah, the classic LL. Remember the LL Bean? I think it's still a thing. Who remembers the embroidered initials?
It's got to still be a thing.
And if you're lucky, because it's it's first, middle, last initials. If you're lucky, it spells a word.
Elk.
That's sick.
My married name is Elk. How sick is that?
Which is sick.
Yeah.
It had to happen.
It's great.
When I heard that it would be Elk, her initials, I knew I had to propose.
You had to make that happen for me. That's true love.
Okay, what's next?
What kind of grassroots would Slex use to promote his music? How would he get his music out there? Nothing. 3, 2, 1. Free CDs on the street.
Yeah, give out. I wrote it horribly. Give out CDs. I think there's other options. Like I could give out USB sticks or like whatever. But there's some nostalgia in giving out the CDs.
Mm-hmm.
I never did it on the street. I remember seeing people in like Denver and stuff doing it. It's a very like hip hop thing mainly. You know what I mean? You see
Mixtapes.
You see the rappers giving out their mixtape, and that's how a lot of like the OG rappers did it. Like 50 Cent and like Master P famously was one of those dudes who would just like open up his trunk and hustle CDs. I think I would do that.
Yeah. All right, lastly. What do I use the internet for most?
Porn?
It's all coming back to porn. I hate this. 3, 2, 1. Instagram doom scrolling. Yeah, IG.
But your doom scrolling is pretty positive. Like her feed is pretty nice.
Yeah, I have a good algorithm. It's like a lot of pets, like cute animal things,
positive stuff,
comedian things, positive things.
Mine's kind of weird because I also
weird.
like I dabble in like some dark. I have like a lot of horror stuff and like branches of it's weird. I don't want to get into it, but
he also like clicks on things when he's like, that's weird. And it's like, you don't click on it because then it thinks you like it.
That's like the exact like goal of clickbait. And I fall every time. It'll be like some grotesque picture and I'll be like, ooh, what's that? And then boom, all of a sudden now Instagram's like, oh, he wants that stuff.
Yeah.
Or it'll be like, person gets attacked by shark and I'll be like, ooh. And then of course it doesn't happen in the video. And now all of a sudden I'm locked in to like, anyways, I knew it.
Yeah. Well, this was fun, Slex.
This was cool. I'm glad.
Honestly, like a week away from the internet, I feel like would be really great. And then if it came back, it would just be like, okay, like I appreciate it more. I don't need it as much.
Yeah. I think it would really be a blow to you and I, truly, because we use it so much, especially for promo, for updates, all the shit we were talking about. But it would be easier for us, for our generation, because we did know a time where like it wasn't so, like we knew in the early stages, but like there were times where I just like, you know, when we were kids, we just didn't use it. I think like current generation, a good luck.
Yeah.
Don't you think? I don't know. I'd like to think that I can make it happen.
Yeah. So kids, try to take some days off.
Take some days off.
Prep for doomsday.
Touch grass, breathe the air, maybe pick up a book, a physical book. Maybe not, no shade to Kindles. And I love the environment. I love trees, but like a physical book.
Slaps.
It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Anyways.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Day.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon.
We'll see you soon. So what's the official title? Like what would happen if the internet died?
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
The internet's dead.
What now?
What now?
All right, TBD.
Bye.
All right, see you guys.